To set up Rotary's R544Plus wheel balancer, you'll need these tools. To unbox and set up the product, first, loosen the staples on the box. Then, remove the box from the pallet. Unpack the pieces off of the pallet. Remove the bolts holding the balancer onto the pallet by securing the bolt underneath and removing the nut from the top. To reach the second set of bolts, remove the wheel slider. Then raise the airlift top and secure it with a block. Now remove the remaining bolts. And lower the airlift top back in place. When moving the balancer, make sure not to use the hub assembly for lifting. Slide the balancer off the pallet and reinstall the wheel slider. Next, insert the power and VGA cables through the monitor stand. Then insert the stand into its mounting bracket on the unit. Now remove the plastic plug from the back of the balancer. Tighten the monitor mounting screw. Replace the plastic plug and connect the control panel wires. Next, remove the plastic attachment from the monitor. Then, plug the VGA and power cords into the monitor. Using the provided hardware, mount the monitor to the stand. Attach the cord cover to the back of the stand using the supplied hardware. Next, remove the bolts and washers from the hood mounting bracket. Now, attach the hood frame using the bolts and washers that were just removed. Next, remove the bolts from the hood frame. Place the hood onto the frame. Then attach the hood with the bolts. Next, mount the width gauge assembly to the balancer with the supplied hardware. Then, connect the width gauge wiring harness to the balancer. Now, remove the bolts holding the wheel ramp onto the balancer. Flip the wheel ramp over and then reattach with the bolts. Finally, connect your airline, plug in the balancer, and turn it on. Changing balancer from grams to ounces. First, press the right arrow button. Then use the red button to select the wrench. Enter the password 1234 by pressing the red, yellow, gray, then blue button. Then press the yellow button. Now use the red button to move to the G icon. Then use the gray button to switch to ounces. Now go back to the home screen by pressing the back arrow button 2 times. Now you'll be able to change from grams to ounces by just pressing the gray button at the home screen. Bare shaft calibration. To do the bare shaft calibration, press the red button for the wrench icon. Enter the password 1234 by pressing the red, yellow, gray, then blue button. Now press the gray button for the screwdriver icon. Then press the red button for the bare shaft calibration. And using the foot pedal, lock it into position. Then lower the hood. The shaft will spin for approximately 1 minute. Once the check mark shows on the screen, raise the hood and press the green button. If the green check mark doesn't display, please call our customer service hotline. Width gauge calibration. To calibrate the width gauge, press the gray button 2 times. Then take the width gauge and touch it to the end of the shaft. Now press the green button for the snowflake icon. Next, move the gauge to the front face of the hub and press the green button again for the snowflake icon. Once the check mark shows on the screen, press the green button to complete. Then press the back button. Calibrating for semi-wheels. To calibrate for semi-wheels, first press the red button. Enter the password 1234 by pressing the red, yellow, gray, then blue button. Next, press the gray button, and then the yellow button. Now, slide the HD calibration jig onto the shaft as shown. Bolt it to the face of the hub, and tighten the bolts. And using the foot pedal, lock it into position. Now, with no weights attached to the HD calibration jig, you can lower the hood. The shaft will begin to spin. When the shaft stops spinning, the screen will indicate where to place the weight on the jig. Raise the hood, rotate the fixture to apply the calibration weight at 12 o'clock, and lower the hood again. Once the shaft stops spinning again, the screen will indicate the next placement of the weight on the jig. Raise the hood, rotate the fixture to 12 o'clock, reposition the weight, and lower the hood for a third time. When the shaft stops spinning and the check mark shows on the screen, press the green button to complete. Now, go back to the home screen by pressing the back arrow button 2 times. And your R544 Plus is now ready to use.